Hey everyone, welcome back again for another Slim Sports interview. As always, I am your host, Jay Slim, and joining me today is a 2022 third team All-American, a team captain for the Buffalo Bulls, and one of the best safeties in the entire NCAA, my guy, Marcus Fuqua. How's it going, man?
After the sack, 2nd and 15. Undercuffler throws. It's tipped and picked. Intercepted.
And that'll do it.
Buffalo takes over on a massive interception by guess who? Marcus Fuqua.
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, man?
Doing great. Happy to have you back on for another interview. I interviewed you at the end of last season where you led the league in interceptions with 7. You were a third-team All-American, like I just mentioned. I mean, obviously first-team All-Conference guy. Just had an incredible season, and you continued, doing what you do best at Buffalo this past season. I know the season wasn't exactly as good as it was the year before, going to a bowl game, winning that bowl game. This season, you kind of had some rough patches. Talk to me real quick about this past season, the 2023 season. What were the differences that you noticed compared to that success you saw in 2022?
I think the biggest thing is we had a lot less experience on the field, defense on the defensive side of the ball at least. I know I played with about at least 5 to 6 new starters. And I mean, injuries hurt us bad sometimes, but I mean, it just got to a point where later on in the season, we started playing some good defense, but at that point, it was just too late. We already had dug ourselves in too deep of a hole. But I know in conference play, we were one of the top defenses in the nation, but at the end of the day, we weren't finishing the games, weren't winning games. So, I mean, the biggest difference is just not being able to finish. So.
Yeah, you know what it takes to be a great defense on for a team. Obviously, this was your 5th season playing college football. You're like I mentioned, you were a captain, a big time leader for them. Uh, you've always been such a good ball hawking safety for this team. I mentioned the 7 interceptions in 2022. This past season, you were just telling me before we started recording this, 3 targets the whole year. Obviously, they did not want to go your way for a reason. As an elite safety, what does that tell you when the other team's quarterback is not throwing in your direction?
I mean, at the end of the day, they have to throw to someone. So I have complete faith in my teammates to make plays. Like the other safety I was playing with, I had 7 the year before, he had 5 this year. So either way, the DBs were gonna make plays. But just knowing that you just have to always be ready. Like even with those 3 targets, one of them I could have picked off, but I dropped it. I wasn't ready for the moment. So that just tells me that regardless of if you're getting the ball thrown your way, getting the ball ran your way, anything, you have to always be ready to go and make the play when it's your time to make the play.
Absolutely. And you mentioned your teammate had 5 interceptions, so congrats to him. I mean, I tuned into some of your games when I could. You guys definitely had some great DBs. Obviously, you being the captain, I know you taught them a thing or two, showed them the ropes a little bit. Uh, I know I mentioned before also when I introduced you, All-American honors in the 2022 season, or 2022 season. You ended up getting that after I had you on for the interview. I think it was like a week or 2 after. I'm like, dang, I should have waited a little bit longer. We could have talked about that. So we're going to talk about it right now. What did that mean to you to get that national recognition as one of the best safeties in the country?
It was a special moment. I didn't even expect it, honestly. I was honestly just sitting on my phone, open Twitter, and the first tweet I saw was from I think Jonah Greenstein, something like that. And it said Marcus Fuqua is a third team All American or something like that. And it didn't really hit me at first, but like I kind of got stuck because wasn't expecting it. And it's like, yeah, I had that great season, but I was not expecting to get that big of a accomplishment, honestly. Like that's not even something like, yeah, it was in my goals to have an All-American caliber season, but to really see it happen, it was just a great feeling. All my hard work paying off. All the ones that supported me. It's not just a goal. It's not just a award for me. It's for everyone that's in my corner. Honestly, just helping me get to where I am today and making me who I am. So, I mean, it was a great feeling. I loved it's crazy. People still talk about me being an All-American to this day. So, I mean, it's something they can never take away from you. So.
Absolutely, man. It's in your bio on Buffalo's website. It's right there, third team All-American. So they obviously, I know this program is very happy to have you, especially you being that veteran guy, being there for so long. And now you're deciding to return for another year to play your final year of eligibility, I believe it is. And obviously you're coming back as a team captain. You've seen that success. You've also seen the lows from this past season. What went into that decision making to return for this final season?
The biggest thing was feeling like I could fine tune some things, just work on the fundamentals of the game. Because, sometimes that's what's really gonna get you to the league, but also keep you in the league. Like the angles to the ball, tackling in space, things like that. I felt like there was a lot of plays I left on the table. Even that All-American season, it was a lot of things I left on the table. And I feel like just keying in on those little minute things, those minute details will really take my game to the next level into where I want to be. So I feel like taking this off season to get my body right, watch more film and just lock in on, like I said, those minute details. I feel like that was put me in a great position to get to where I want to be, getting drafted in the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. And we talked about last time I had you on. There's no doubt in my mind you're NFL bound, whether it would be this year, last year, next year, whatever it's going to be. There's no doubt you're going to be in the NFL. I'm a Cowboys fan. I would love to see you repping the star on your helmet personally, but you
They
never know.
take me here. They want
Hey,
me.
man,
I'm
I'd be happy wherever you go. I don't care where you go. I'm going to definitely tune into the games and I'm buying a jersey. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely, man. And I know you mentioned this past season you had 6 new starters on defense at least. This upcoming season, you guys have another new part of your team, which is probably one of the most integral parts, and that's your new head coach. You guys have a new head coach going into this upcoming season. As a guy that's been there for these past few years, what are your thoughts on having a new head coach entering your final year?
I mean, it's kind of, oh, my bad. The cat is going crazy. Um, so it's kind of interesting because this is my third head coach, my fifth or fourth DC, and my seventh position coach. So it's not like it's gonna be new for me, but it's like every year is something new. So for the team, though, I mean everyone's happy, everyone's excited, ready to get to work, get to know the coaches, really spring ball's in 2 weeks, so we're ready to really get to work with the coaches. And everyone's just ready to prove that we have a great team. And we just have to, fine tune those little details. That's all it is, honestly. We're bringing a lot back on defense. We lost some on offense, but I mean, we still have great players. We got some great receivers. We got some great quarterbacks, great running backs, a great old line, tight end. Like we didn't lose as much as the rest of the MAC, honestly. So I feel like we're in a great position to really make a big splash this coming fall. So we're excited. We're excited.
I'm definitely excited to see what happens this upcoming fall. I'm also excited here in a couple of months. I always talk about the stuff on the field. I want to talk something real quick off the field. The NCAA football video game is going to be coming out here in the next couple of months. I saw you posted on social media. I'm in the game. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm getting 20 interceptions as Marcus Fuqua playing as the Buffalo Bulls.
Yes,
Uh, how
sir.
how excited are you to be able to kind of be yourself in the video game, and because this was obviously a historical moment. That game was so popular way back in the day, and now they're bringing it back. What does it mean to you to be able to be a part of that first edition of the game as it's coming back into the cycle?
I mean, it's almost like a dream come true. It's something you dream about as a kid, being like everyone creates themselves and put themselves into the game. I don't have to this coming July, I think, or August. I don't have to create my own player and be in the game. I'm automatically gonna be in the game. I can load up the game and see my name on the TV when I'm playing the game. And it's so surreal because you grow up seeing your favorite players on a video game, seeing guys LeBron or shoot football play Tom Brady, like those type of guys. You are. I'm not gonna say you're in that same company, but you are because you're on a video game now. So it's just I was excited. I was surprised though. I didn't think I was because I was planning to go to the draft last year. I thought I was gonna miss it. So I'm actually surprised that they're actually gonna drop it though. So it's a great feeling, man. It's a great feeling.
It's awesome, man. I'm definitely excited to see, this game come out. I'm also excited to see this upcoming season.
Mhm.
Obviously, we talked about, the highs and the lows that you've had throughout the past couple of years. Obviously, this past season, you guys ended up going 3-9 overall, 3-5 in MAC play. You had a great overtime win against Akron, beat Central Michigan, beat Kent State. You yourself, as a big time starter for this team, 56 tackles, 37 of them solo. You had a couple of fumble recoveries for your team, so you knew how to, you were always trying to make those plays to help your team succeed. So that's what you've always done throughout your career. What improvements are you kind of already seeing from your team so far this offseason, entering the spring and eventually the fall, to where it already kind of looks like you guys are taking that next step?
I think the biggest thing is everyone's like actually taking care of their body, trying to get better in the weight room, hit better numbers, um, trying to get faster. Like, we were pretty young, so a lot of guys didn't really understand how the college went. So just seeing guys like the switch starting to flip. So that's probably one of the biggest things. And then the fact that everyone's coming in to watch extra film. Everyone wants to learn a new defense. Everyone wants to learn the offense. We're doing stuff on our own without the coaches, just taking our own initiative. That's two things that you can't really coach. You got to just have that. Because a lot of people, that's the separating factor. Either you got it or you don't. So I'm that's another reason I'm really excited for this season, seeing everyone just go into the stadium and work and just lock in and not having to have a coach tell you to do something. So yeah, that's probably the two biggest things I've seen improve so far.
That's awesome, and you obviously know this very well. That's a recipe for success right there. That's a recipe to help your team win. And obviously, you're still getting better, like you mentioned before. You're fine tuning, the fundamentals. But as a veteran captain on this team, what else are you looking to do to improve this offseason to help your team, get all those wins this upcoming fall?
Oh man, the biggest thing, I got to become that vocal leader. I got to become someone that can let guys know when they're not doing something that's by our standard, the UB way. Just bringing the young guys along, even the someone that's a little older. Just making sure that everyone's going in the same direction. We all trying to get the same goal, trying to win a MAC championship, win a bowl championship, and you know, my individual success is riding on the team success. So I can do great things for sure, but if we're not winning, no one's gonna come look at Buffalo. So I think the biggest thing for me is becoming that leader, becoming someone that people can not only come to, but people that someone that I can speak in front of them and really motivate them to really let's come on. We tired right now, but we just got to keep going. We almost done. We got to finish. That's the big thing that hurt us last year, finishing. So that's just one example.
And there's no doubt with you as a leader, as a captain on this team, you guys have a lot of success coming. I can't wait to see what the Buffalo Bulls do this upcoming season. And there's no doubt in my mind, man. I know I said it the last interview, I've said it during this interview, NFL bound. Please let it be the Cowboys. So I can't wait to see the success coming, man. And thank you so much for doing another interview with me, man.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Best of luck this offseason. And you already know I'm tuned in for the fall.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.